The annulment of Group C left sports car racing in flux. Prototypes weren't the hotness they once had been anymore, and serious factory efforts pivoted towards making cars to compete in the GT1 class instead. It seemed the prototype era was over, but one project didn't get the memo. A Group C chassis, a Group C engine, crushed hopes of competing in IMSA, and a game of automotive past the parcel culminated in an unexpected Le Mans beast. A Porsche even Porsche couldn't beat. This is the story of the TWR Porsche WSC-95. Porsche had been a force to be reckoned with in the Group C era. The German marque and their incredible 956 and 962 Group C machines had won Le Mans 6 times during the 11 years Group C was raced. Then of course a 962 won again in 1994 in the LMGT1 class courtesy of Dauer's unique technique for reading the rules. Suffice to say that Porsche knew how to build race cars. However, after the dissolution of Group C, which by this point Porsche hadn't won for years anyway, Porsche had a choice. Would they develop a new GT1 car to compete against the likes of the McLaren F1? Or would they cling to the prototype class and develop something brand new just for racing? The answer was yes. Work began on the Porsche 911 GT1, a road homologated race car that I've made a whole video about in the past, there's a link in the description. But they also gave their blessing to a project being worked on by Tom Walkinshaw Racing. TWR was working with Porsche to build a World Sports Car Championship prototype to compete in IMSA. TWR had developed the car using an old Jaguar chassis from the 1991 XJR14 Le Mans car, and Porsche had helped design the new body and donated a turbocharged 3-litre flat 6 borrowed from an old Porsche 956. The car was like something out of Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory, but the engineers were confident that it had serious potential. Then came a classic racing moment. The IMSA rules for which the new TWR Porsche WSC-95 had been built were scrapped, and Porsche officially cancelled the project, despite seemingly never officially starting the project in the first place, but that's by the by. The car seemed destined for the scrap heap, but in February of 1996, Reinhold Jost approached Porsche and asked them to let Jost Racing have a crack at Le Mans with it. They said yes, and even offered to help maintain the car, though of course none of this was free. Jost were delighted, and set about modifying the single existing car to race at Le Mans. Remarkably, they also built a second example from the ground up, completing the full set of 2 that were ever to be built. The Jost Racing TWR Porsche WSC-95, that's a mouthful, was built to race in the Le Mans prototype, LMP class, in 1996. The Porsche power plant developed around 540 horsepower, and the car only weighed 875 kilograms thanks to a carbon fibre and aluminium honeycomb chassis courtesy of Jaguar, and a carbon fibre and Kevlar composite body. If you're enjoying the video so far, tap the like button, it makes a big difference. Thank you. Jost had turned a single abandoned IMSA prototype into 2 race-ready LMP cars in just 3 months. The question then was it worth it? The first Le Mans test session in May proved the WSC-95 was fast. They set the 5th and 10th fastest times, beating Porsche's factory GT1 effort. Qualifying would go even better, with chassis number 2 qualifying on pole for the 1996 24 Hours of Le Mans, and chassis number 1 qualifying 7th. On race day, chassis number 1, running as car number 7, performed strongly right from the very start of the race, maintaining a lead for the vast majority of the race, though it must be said that the factory Porsche 911 GT1s were hot on its heels. Chassis number 2, running as car number 8, wasn't so fortunate. Despite starting from pole position, the number 8 car wouldn't finish the race after an accident rendered it undrivable in the closing stages. The number 7 car, however, went on to win its debut race, beating the Porsche 911 GT1 by a margin of just 1 lap. A historic victory for the WSC-95 and its drivers, Davy Jones, Alexander Wurz, and Manuel Reuser. Jost had no real intention of racing the car beyond 1996, but having surprised everyone by winning Le Mans, they sure weren't going to give up now, and work began to go racing again in 1997. They decided to race just 1 car in 1997, focusing all their resources on creating the best chance possible for a second victory at Le Mans. Before Le Mans, however, they decided to give the car a go at the first ISRS race in Donington Park, which the WSC-95 won convincingly. Certainly not a bad start to the racing season for Jost. Le Mans in 1997 would see the WSC-95 competing against a freshly upgraded Porsche 911 GT1 Evo and the new long-tail variant of the formidable McLaren F1 GTR. Could lightning strike in the same place twice? Yes, the answer is yes. 1997 proved very similar to 1996. This time around, the Porsche 911 GT1 suffered problems across the board, leaving the WSC-95 to battle it out against the McLaren F1 GTR. The WSC-95 crossed the line victorious, again beating second place by just one lap, and handing Frankenstein's race car a second Le Mans win, as well as the first Le Mans win for racing legend and today's record holder for most Le Mans wins, Tom Christensen. After being roundly beaten by their own abandoned project 2 years on the trot, Porsche finally saw the potential in the WSC-95 project, and re-involved themselves for 1998, modifying the car with a view to competing at Le Mans again. 2 wins would turn out to be all the old car could muster, however, as both cars retired from the race, which was later finally won by Porsche's GT1 effort, the 911 GT198, which you can watch my video about here. The WSC-95's last race was the 1998 Petit Le Mans, in which it managed an impressive second place. Thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye.